Aryna Sabalenka hits hard. Boy, does she scare me. This video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Aryna Sabalenka, the world's ranked #1, going for yet another championship run here in Brisbane. That's right, guys. Last year around this time, we saw her serving up bagels to Bronzetti, Lin Zhu, Dasha. She just destroyed her with a breadstick. Got past Vika before being served a bagel from Aryna Sabalenka in the championship match. However, the world's ranked #1 will win 80% of her first serves against Mirra Andreeva today, pressure her into 10 breakpoint opportunities. While Mirra Andreeva did have opportunities to break Sabalenka, she just could not convert, while Sabalenka won 45 and 44% of her first and second serves, respectively, on the defensive side of things. But I want to talk about Sabalenka heading into the Australian Open. How can she retain her #1 ranking? Well, it's pretty simple, right? She's a couple thousand points ahead of Coco. For one, she needs to have a deep run at the Australian Open and hope Coco and Iga have early exits. However, if Sabalenka has an early exit and Coco wins the Australian Open, which I do think Coco will win the Australian Open, then Coco could very well be the new #1 ranked player in the world, right? Of course, Coco would need help. She would need Iga's Swiatek to have an early exit. And Sabalenka could have an early exit and win the Australian Open. That's how Coco can become #1. So will there be some shuffle in the rankings? We're going to see, but Sabalenka's playing very good. And this is the advantage, I think, of not playing the United Cup, is you have a lot more focus on your routine. You know, especially for the United Cup, this is the third year they're having it. It's still relatively new. So the players going there, there's a lot of press, right? There's a lot of sightseeing and tourist attractions, and just a lot of media obligations being around so many stars. So I think just being able to focus on your routine, and we saw players like Kim Won-jung decline to do it. Of course, she's going to be without Mirra Andreeva, so she'll need that time to really focus on her craft a little bit more than the other players. But I do think just having your normal routine is going to help players like Sabalenka. And look at the face on Mirra Andreeva. Headband gang, just frustration. Amazing defensive player. She'll be back as Aryna Sabalenka setting up a clash here, it looks like, with Mirra Andreeva, who has struggled with Sabalenka's power. As of right now, it looks like Sabalenka's she's got a pretty good shot to get back to the championship match and possibly win it. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. Stay tuned.